652-351-1131 or visit us online at brickcity.com.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Matt Gibbs is in the studio. You might have picked up on the fact that the Carol Ann's program was a pre-recorded show. I did mention it one time, but if you tuned in and didn't hear it, that's what it was. But this is live if you're listening on June 13th, 2017, and your phone calls are definitely welcome. The number is 622-9622. Matt is the owner of Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales. So if you need to buy a car, he's got one for you. They do the check over to make sure that everything is working perfectly. And, of course, if you can fix the one you have, that's probably even better. And they do that over at Sunrise Automotive as well. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
How you doing? Let me turn this up.
I'm doing okay.
Now I can hear you. See, you do your job well. I don't really do mine well.
I don't think I do mine well. I sit way back I'm too far away from the microphone.
Oh, that part of your job. Yeah, well, that's okay. So there was a story this morning about headlights. Are you familiar with the headlight?
The headlight story? No, I didn't even know that there was like sinkholes opening up all over Marion County.
I got to ask you about that too. I want to ask you about that too. But let me tell you the headlight story first of all. Headlights are making incremental improvements, but continue to lag acceptable standards despite snazzy new technology. That's the story. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety reported this morning that only 2 of the U.S. auto industry's 37 mid-sized sport utility vehicles offer headlight packages with good performance. The IIHS, which stands for Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, said that 12 fall into marginal category, 11 fall into the poor category, and it's got to do with aiming, it's got to do with brightness. I'll just kind of paraphrase the rest of it. And then it gives you a list of some of them that are good, like the Volvo XC60 has good headlights, the Hyundai Santa Fe has good headlights, but the poor ones are the Infiniti QX60, the Lincoln MKC, the Dodge Journey, the Ford Edge. Did you know these have poor headlights?
No.
How do you determine if I came to you, hey, do I have good headlights? What do you do?
I look at them and say, they're all right. Or hey, them need some working on, brother.
So if it's foggy, that's obviously a bad headlight.
Well,
but they're talking about brand new off the
showroom. Yeah. I guess if you're driving your car at night and you can't see, there's an issue with your headlights.
Or your eyes.
Or your eyes. And here's something. These new high voltage headlights and stuff like that. These, they came out with the xenon lights, and now there's these high. I can't even remember the name of the type of bulb it is, but now they're like 20,000 volt headlights that people buy these kits and ask us to put these headlights in their cars. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and they're super, super, super bright.
Is there a technique to aiming them, or you just aim them?
There's a procedure, and all the cars are different. A lot of the aiming procedures are actually, we used to have machines that you'd pop on to the front of the lens and set them all up and have floats and levels and dials and turn them and adjust them and stuff like that. And a lot of the cars actually have that incorporated right into the headlight assembly. So you don't have to have the special tools and stuff. It's
amazing. Well, the one thing I have as a consumer, the complaint, I'm sure you hear from everybody, how hard it is with new lights. The old lights, you could take them out yourself. Now you got to have a mechanic.
I know. Before the show, I was putting a turn signal bulb in a Lexus, and I'm like, guys, I don't have enough time to put a turn signal bulb in.
Really?
And I had to get one of the guys to do it. You have to take the whole front bumper cover off the car. The whole front of the car has to come off to put in a turn signal bulb.
Are the xenon lights expensive?
They're more expensive than the halogen bulbs. Uh-huh. But they're not.
Somebody said to me one time they have xenon lights, and I said, "Oh, I got switch-on lights."
There you go.
I switch them on.
You switch them on and switch them on.
Actually, I don't even switch them on. The car you sold me does it by itself.
I mean, you ever drive down the road and the car on the opposite lane has got those blue-looking lights?
Yes. That's what the Xeon is?
Yeah, those are usually Xeon lights, and I think they became more popular in European-type cars. You'd see them in the Porsches and BMWs and stuff.
So the sinkhole car. Did you see the photo of the car in the sinkhole?
I actually saw. I didn't see the photo like on the news so I saw an actual. Someone came in yesterday and actually
showed you the photo.
Yeah, they
What
saw.
kind of car was that? Do you know?
I have no idea.
It was a nice looking car.
It was.
So here's what I heard.
Okay.
You know, if anybody knows that I'm wrong, please forgive me. Just call in and tell me I'm wrong. But what I heard, it was an elderly man and an elderly woman. And if you are not considering yourself elderly and you're listening, I apologize for that too. But apparently they could feel that the ground was giving away, and they got out of the car before it actually nosedived into the hole. That's what I heard.
That's pretty cool.
I said to the guy, I went over there, and I said to the guy who was guarding the hole so nobody would mess with it, I said to him, did it total the car? And he said, not going in, but pulling it out totaled it. I guess they had to really scrape the bottom when they pulled that thing out of there, huh?
Yeah.
Probably tore up the underside.
Yeah, and they probably had to pull it from a distance because, can't pull right up to it, you wouldn't think.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, they probably had a cable or something.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. All right, we do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on with Matt. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Larry, Matt.
Good morning, Sonny.
Sonny calling, and just letting you know that my car is still the same that you looked at the other day, and I like to tell everybody that you couldn't find anything wrong with it, that seemed to be working fine, and you didn't charge me a dime. You looked at it, and that was it. Said, thank you, and that was gone. But, that's one of the main reasons you go to see Matt Gibbs at Sunrise Auto is he's not going to charge you for something he doesn't do. And I tell that to everybody. And thank you again, Matt. And thank you, Larry, for putting this kind of a program on the air. Get a lot of good hints.
Nice.
One other thing is, you're right with the headlight bulbs. Now they're these fancy bulbs. And one went on one side, but on the other side, you got to take the battery out just to get to the bulb where the wires and socket is before you can even do anything to it. So, to talk about engineering, holy Christmas. You ought to engineer one more like that and drop dead. But anyway, have a good day. Thanks again.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Sonny.
So going back to the story for the headlights, it says Japanese automaker Toyota asked the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in 2013 to allow adaptive beam technology, but 4 years later, they still haven't made a decision. What is that, adaptive beam technology? I never knew there was so much science into headlights.
That's, it's getting crazy. I was over at the Cadillac store yesterday. I had to go over to the Cadillac store. One of the guys I used to work with when I worked there, it was his 45th year as a technician at the Cadillac store. So, and I didn't really realize it was the 40. I went over there to pick up a part.
Right.
And here, I don't know if this is going to mean much to anybody, but this is crazy to me. And the reason I went to the Cadillac store was I had an SRX with all-wheel drive. Except for the rear differential on this is electronic. It has a electronic, I guess just so I don't have to go into a bunch of technical stuff, it has an electronic posi unit in this rear end. In other words, so when the back wheels are slipping, there's a clutch that's applied and it makes both wheels pull instead of just one wheel pull. It's all electronic.
Wow.
Now,
and it used to be mechanical.
It was just a mechanical thing.
Okay.
And so you'd have a rear end, and it still has a rear end with all the gears in it. But then on the back side of the rear end, it has another housing that's bolted to the rear end. That's all electronic. Now, the rear end has its own rear end fluid in it, and then the electronic side has to apply the clutch. It's in its own fluid. Nobody has the fluid. We needed some of this fluid for this electronic rear end.
Right.
So I went out to the Cadillac store because Chevrolet doesn't use it, Buick doesn't. It's just Cadillac. 1 quart of this fluid cost me $77 for 1 quart of fluid.
Wow.
And while I was out there, I ran into some guys I used to work with and stuff like that. So we sat there and talked and congratulated my buddy, the Keith there, that's been at Sullivan Cadillac for 45 years.
Wow.
And we just got to talking about all this stuff. And it's just insane. I mean, he's been there for 45 years.
So if you pay $77 for that means your customer has to pay more than that, and they probably complain to you. Right.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, but do they know? I mean, what I know as a customer, I mean, I know you're gonna give me a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I would give you the same deal I'd give.
No, I know, but if it's not a customer who knows you, I'm guessing all of your customers know not to question it.
No, I mean, I don't mind being questioned. It is call the Cadillac store, find out how much more this fluid.
Right.
And. It's just, listening, me and Keith got into this conversation and where Cadillacs were 45 years ago and where they are today. It is absolutely insane.
But let me ask you this, because it sounds like you're saying they're pretty good today.
I'm not saying that they're good. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm saying they evolved.
But the status, for some reason, of the Cadillac was huge 45 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Is it still a status?
Well,
symbol?
they're actually trying to change their name. Look at Dan. He's not an old guy.
No,
he's a pretty young guy. He drives a Cadillac now.
I know, but it doesn't.
It doesn't look like a Cadillac.
It doesn't look like a
Cadillac.
What am I trying to say? I know that.
An old person luxury car.
It doesn't look like a luxury car. That's the word I'm looking for. Luxury car. Right. And now it might be.
Well, Cadillac always had that stigma of an old person's luxury car. You know what I'm saying? You've made it through the world. You've made it through your life.
Yeah.
You got it. Now, here it is. I'm old enough now to drive a Cadillac.
It's expensive. It runs nice, and everybody compliments you on the ride.
Right.
We do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Good morning, Larry and Matt.
Good morning.
This is Crazy Old Guy.
Hey, Frank.
Matt, isn't it a shame that they have to go and complicate things so much? I remember when it was much simpler. I could even fix my own car, anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's a shame. Because
you think someone's
that's how I make my living.
Well, anyway, you're gonna have another customer as soon as I get the man to finish my radiator that he started, and he is so busy that you know how busy men's are.
Yep.
He took a break for the rain, and he's still waiting for the rain, I think. Anyway, you got another customer because my air conditioner got to be fixed for my little doggy. He can't stand the heat. And the parking brake got to be fixed because I need that on the mountains out west.
There you go. Yep. Well, we can do that for you.
Matt, this is a warning for Matt. I'll be there.
All righty.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You, Frank. He broke his leg. Have you seen him? He broke his leg.
Well, yeah, he came by the shop, but he couldn't get out of the truck because he had a broken leg.
Right. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. He's going out west with his doggy.
That's what that dog is pretty cool.
That dog is cool, yeah. All right, we'll take a little break. Phone lines are open if you want to call 622-9622. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of the day, intervals of clouds and sunshine continue with a couple of showers and thunderstorms around. An afternoon high 86 to 89. Mainly cloudy night, low 72 to 75. Sun and clouds tomorrow with a heavy afternoon thunderstorm, high 86 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license?
At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation.
Call today, 861-7484.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
All right, 22 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I recently, Matt, said to somebody that you are a genius when it comes to anything on wheels. Now, there's a device up there on wheels right now. What do you call that thing that they were painting on?
A lift.
Oh,
a scissor lift.
A scissor lift, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And so you have a friend who has, a cherry picker and he got stuck?
Yeah, he's got a lift like that, but it's got the boom on it. He got stuck up in the air.
Well, thank God for cell phones, right?
Yeah. He called me and said, "Can you come over next door? And I'm stuck up here."
Phone lines are open if you want to call Matt about your car, your motorcycle, your scissor lift.
No, don't call me.
Don't call about the scissor lift. 622-9622 is the number if you want to call Matt at Sunrise Automotive. However, you would need to call a different number, and that number is...
If you need to call Matt where?
Where are you? What did I say?
I don't know.
At Sunrise Automotive, isn't that what I said?
Yeah, Sunrise Automotive is 352-690-1993.
You were daydreaming, I think.
Yeah, I was. I was actually looking at the scissor lift, rocking back and forth.
Yeah, those guys are real professional. I've been watching them paint. Looks a lot better. It's surprising how black on black it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I mean, I guess before it looked kind of faded. Now it looks shiny. There was another. It was the same story. I'm sorry. The Auto Research Group talking about the headlights. Yeah, that story is like all over the place. Here's another car story. Former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder is slated to release his recommendation publicly today after a 4-month internal investigation. Oh, wait, that's got nothing to do with Uber. It's got to do with a sexual harassment claim at Uber. Never mind. Never mind.
Did it happen in a car?
It was in a car.
Okay.
Had
you
to
talk
do with
about
car.
it then.
That's the only thing that caught my eye was the Uber. We have Uber in Ocala. Did you know that? Oh, you know that. You talked to me about that. Do we have Lyft? Do we have Lyft in Ocala? Lyft?
Haven't worked on not one of those.
No, Uber seems to be the. Do you remember when VHS and Beta were the two video things? Yeah. And then VHS won.
Yeah, VHS won.
So Uber and Lyft, I think Uber is winning.
I think Uber's winning too.
Yeah. So when they pulled that car out of the sinkhole, and it was probably dragging the bottom part of it against the pavement that was in pieces, Did you get close enough to that hole? Oh, you never went to the hole.
I just Philip actually saw it, and Philip took a picture with his phone.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did you know there was another sinkhole over here by Goodwill?
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Oh,
I
you
heard
did?
about that last night, so I see that they're out there working on it when I was coming in.
I haven't seen it yet. Where is it? In the front or the back?
It's on the side of the Goodwill. It's down in that retention area.
Oh, okay.
So they already started, somewhere down the line we started this sinkhole there.
Right. So what would be the answer to this question? Does an insurance policy cover a car that falls into a sinkhole on private property? Because that's all private property, I would think.
I mean, it depends on what insurance you have. If you have PIP and liability, if it's your car,
You're done.
I think your
car's gone.
Just leave it in there and it'll use it for fill. Instead of pulling it out, they gotta pushed it in.
That wouldn't be good.
If it was totaled,
it would fall apart eventually. It would rust, and then somebody else would have a sinkhole.
Well, if it was a small car, so it'd only be that small.
No, it's at Checkers.
Didn't they do that in Orange Lake up there? Didn't I hear, or is that like an old legend where they put the school buses down in there to plug up a sinkhole or something?
Did they?
That's what you hear.
When Orange Lake was leaking or something.
Yeah, it was like a sinkhole opened up in Orange Lake years ago, and then
that was a crazy story too, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's sinkholes. We're sinking in holes.
So you think the insurance company would cover that if you had the right insurance?
If you had the right insurance.
No, but that was a nice car, and I'm guessing those people had all the insurance you could possibly get.
Is this all like contributed to global warming?
I don't know.
What are we going?
When's the last time you went to the beach?
It's been like a beach or the
ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah.
I don't. Probably a year ago.
A year ago. In your opinion, was it higher than it used to be?
Well, that's the one thing. It depends. When I was there, it was high tide, so it all looked the same to me.
Well, I went to St. Augustine like a week ago, and I used to play at that. Well, they tore it down and they're building a new one, but I used to play at that hotel. I used to play music in that lounge. And at night, because I stayed in the hotel, I'd walk to the fence, and the high tide would reach the fence.
Right.
So I went there, and high tide wasn't even reaching the fence. And I said, well, it's not higher. It's lower, if anything. So I think they're wrong. They're just making stuff up. You do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on there with Matt.
Want to hear a funny but true?
Yeah.
Okay. There was something else that could have fixed that sinkhole in the big lake.
What?
Beavers with lots of trees. Now you laugh and you do not believe that, but beavers know what they're doing, and if it's their home, they don't want it going too low. They would have fixed that hole.
I heard that there are some beavers in Orange Lake.
There are?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Well, I don't know that, but maybe they didn't have enough beavers, or maybe they didn't have enough trees. Thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So, have any cars on your lot that you would like to focus on?
Well, I had a couple. Last time we talked about some cars. Those cars are gone. So
the good ones, the ones you.
Well, I mean, all of our cars are good ones.
I know they are.
But we have a 2009 Nissan Altima. If someone's looking for a nice car, this is a super nice car.
Nissan seems to be getting lots of. That's been a good car for many, many years, hasn't it? Seems like everybody with a Nissan just says nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, I think all the Nissan, Toyotas, the Hondas, the Hyundais. I think they're all good cars.
It must drive the American automobile manufacturers nuts because they can't get to that point. Or am I wrong about that?
They can get to that point. I wish they do things a little bit different,
So you have a Nissan? How much?
It's $10,999.
And what year is that?
It's a 2009 with 90,000 miles.
Wow.
And it's a super nice car.
Do you look at the? Do you know what I found out the other day? I wonder if you could do this with a VIN number. I typed in. I had a piece of paper. It's hard to explain this, but I wanted to know where I could buy that piece of paper. Oh, we got to go. And I just put it in Google. I put the UPC number in Google, and it came up. I wondered if you could do that with a VIN number. Just put it in Google, and my car will come up?
Yep.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yep.
Thank you, Matt. What's your number?
352-690-1993.
All right. All right, we'll be right back.
1370 WOCA.
Ocala. General getting ready to tell a Senate committee what he knows about alleged Russian election meddling.
Our expectation is that Jeff Sessions will address at least two key issues that were raised during last week's testimony from the fired FBI Director James Comey. The first takes us back to mid-February of this year. Comey said that he did not take the matter to his boss, the Attorney General, because Comey had either evidence or intelligence that told him that soon the Attorney General would take himself out of the Russia investigation.
Fox's Catherine Herridge.
We can expect lawmakers to press the Attorney General on the number of contacts he had with the Russians.
There's a manhunt underway for two inmates authorities say killed two prison guards in Georgia while they were being transported by bus. A witness says the inmates escaped in a dark green Honda. They're identified as Donnie Russell Rowe and Ricky DuBose. Fox News. We report, you decide.